What is up, guys? Welcome back. Who is ready to go to car meets? It's that time of the year. It doesn't feel like it today. Today is a cold April day. It was like 34 degrees when I woke up this morning. Really cold. Anyway, let's talk about the best car meets in the DMV and also just outside of the DMV. I tell you, there are so many car events to go to now, it is hard to keep track. So I figured why not put together a list of my favorite events in the DMV and just outside of the DMV. So we're going to start where I am locally in Southern Maryland with Southern Maryland Cars and Coffee. It's an event in California, Maryland. The season opener is this Sunday, the 13th. They have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, which I'll put up. Lots of American muscle at this event. You know that Maryland International Raceway is in St. Mary's County, Maryland. So if you're in the Tri-County area, definitely check out Southern Maryland Cars and Coffee. Lots of good American muscle, lots of hot rods, lots of amazing cars, import cars. You'll even see the occasional Ferrari or two. A buddy of mine has an awesome Ferrari 458 that he brings. Sometimes you'll see a Testarossa. There's a guy that has a Testarossa and a Lamborghini Countach. There's a guy with an SF90. Not all American muscle. Sometimes you'll see other cool stuff too. And this event is announced on Facebook and Instagram, so sometimes the dates will change. It's not a weekly event, it's usually monthly and always announced on Instagram. They're great about announcing everything on Instagram and Facebook. Moving on to Annapolis, there is beautiful downtown Annapolis at the docks. There is a car meet, Annapolis City Docks Cars and Coffee. You're gonna have lots of American muscle and you're gonna have some German cars, lots of Porsches, great variety of stuff as well. Beautiful atmosphere, you're right on the water. You gotta love an event on the water. I mean, I know I do. Now, they do have flooding problems sometimes, and when they do, they move the event to the town center, and they're good about announcing that on the Facebook group. So join the Facebook group, follow the Instagram. Also in Maryland, there's Chesapeake Cars and Coffee once a month. I haven't been to this one. I believe it's on the Eastern Shore in Kent Island or near Kent Island. I'll put their Instagram up so you can see when the dates are. I believe it's Saturdays once a month. And also on the Eastern Shore, you have Kent Island Cars and Coffee, run by a great guy, John, who's well known in the area, goes to a bunch of the events. One of those guys that has a new car every 3 months. So check out Kent Island Cars and Coffee. It's at Bark Barbecue, which has amazing barbecue. I had their barbecue last summer and it was fantastic. Also in Maryland, I want to say just north of Baltimore or near Baltimore, you have Hunt Valley Horsepower, which has been going on for a long time because I remember going there, and I want to say 2009, 2010, when it was still fairly new. I think it was called Hunt Valley Cars and Coffee back then. Great show, always a good turnout, worth the drive. If you're anywhere in the Baltimore area, it's definitely worth going to. Probably the best car show in the Baltimore area. You guys feel free to comment below any other shows that I'm missing because there's so many now. You cannot keep up, right? I mean, there's so many. So comment below anything that I miss. And my favorite car show in Maryland, Mikey and Mel's Crusin, which is run by the guys who own Mikey and Mel's Deli, who also own a new car dealership, Magden Motors. They specialize in exotic cars. Really cool stuff. So you're always going to see amazing cars at Mikey and Mel's Crusin. Brooks from Drag Times is involved as a partner in this car dealership, Magden Motors. So you'll see him at Mikey and Mel's every once in a while. I've seen him in passing a few times there. Haven't met him yet, but they always have great stuff there. Great venue, huge parking lot, very well organized. So definitely go to Mikey and Mel's. Get there early though. Moving on to Northern Virginia. So you've got Cars and Cigars in Ashburn, Virginia. They meet once a month. It's not a set schedule, but it's another huge event. So get there early. There'll be a little bit of everything at this event. You'll have everybody goes to this event from all the other meets. So it's always a packed house. There'll be hundreds and hundreds of cars. Practically anything, any type of exotic you want to see. The occasional hypercar or two. Lots of American muscle, lots of German cars, lots of imports. It's always a good time. Moving on to some of my favorite events. You've got DC Exotics Cars and Coffee. Now this is hosted by Ferrari of Washington in Sterling, Virginia. So if you love Ferraris, this is the event to go to. This event is not on a set schedule. They will just announce it, usually a month ahead of time. Usually it's on Saturdays. It's an early event, but not super early. I want to say it's an 8, 9 o'clock event. But if you do not have a Ferrari, they will not allow you to park up front. So make sure you park around the corner. I want to say there is a CarMax nearby. There's a roundabout, a little circle that I park in just in front of the dealership that gets packed quick. So get there early if you're going to park there. And anybody that goes to these events, if you know more about the parking, feel free to comment. Please comment. Let's get a conversation going. Definitely the premier Ferrari event in the area. On Sundays in Northern Virginia, you have Dulles Cars and Coffee. And that is practically every Sunday. It's a good show. It goes on pretty regularly. You'll see a lot of the same people that go to DC Exotics, Cars and Coffee, Cars and Cigars, and all the other events in the area. And Katie's, which we're gonna get to in a bit. Katie's Cars and Coffee. My favorite event in the area, hands down, is the Old Town Festival of Speed and Style in Alexandria, Virginia, on the waterfront. It's just a beautiful place to shoot cars and to enjoy cars. It's once a year in May. Everybody is super friendly there. There's a lot to do. You're in Old Town Alexandria. You've got great restaurants everywhere. It's walkable. My favorite venue, and it's only once a year, so you got to go to this event. And they have a fashion show afterwards with models and stuff, so if you're into that, you know, stick around for that as well. Personally, I just like to get there early, shoot the cars, see the cars, talk to some of the owners, you know, get in and get out. That's just kind of how I am at car shows. I'm not crazy about crowds because probably after living in New York City for a decade, I try to avoid crowds. So I love to get to these events early. That's when you get the best photos. That's when you have space and just get in and get out, you know. So that's pretty much it. You know, guys, again, feel free to comment below if I've missed anything, if there's something that I've left out. I know there's a lot more events. I didn't cover any nighttime events. I don't really do the nighttime events. I'm just in my old man phase, I guess, which may be a permanent phase since I'm in my mid-40s. I know there's evening events around that I haven't included, so again, feel free to comment below. Jump in on this. It's overwhelming. There's so many events, it's just overwhelming, but it's fantastic, really. I know people are always complaining about how car culture is not the same as it used to be, and it's always like guys in their late 20s complaining about that. I'm like, man, you don't even remember the pre-internet days. Like, come on. But we have more events than ever, because when I first got into cars, when I was young, when I was a little kid, there was none of this stuff. You'd have the random pop-up event, random cars. It was very tight-knit. Everything was very tight-knit. So at least we have access to more stuff than ever before, and I'm definitely thankful for that. Oh, Ocean City Cruising Week. We got to put that up. That's a huge cruise, kind of like the Dream Cruise in Michigan. What is it? The Wildwood Dream Cruise, the biggest muscle car show in the United States. I'm butchering the name, but it's something like that, but it is in Maryland, in Ocean City, and there'll be thousands and thousands of muscle cars. I haven't been to this show in ages. I haven't been to Ocean City in forever, to be honest. I want to say since the mid-2000s, so it's been a while since I've been to Ocean City. I was in New York for a while, and I was in DC for a while, and also I just got bored with Ocean City. I was, you know, traveling to other beaches, going to Florida a lot, going to other places in the country. Anyway, so I need to get back to Ocean City Cruising Week. They have a fall, they do something in the fall too, I believe. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. What are your favorite events? For me, it's Festival of Speed and Style. Did we talk about Katie's? Well, you got to talk about Katie's, because Katie's is like the original Cars and Coffee around in the DMV, and they always have unique stuff, rare stuff. You'll see Alfa Romeos, you'll see vintage European cars, you'll see, of course, your exotics, Ferraris and everything. Everybody goes to Katie's, and Katie's goes on year-round, rain or shine. And it's in Great Falls, Virginia. There's some cool back roads on the way there. Got to go to Katie's. It's just so early. And my thing is, you know, from leaving from Southern Maryland, I have to leave at like 4:45 a.m. on a Saturday morning to get there. If I lived in Northern Virginia, I would be there every single weekend probably. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.